Welcome to episode number 2 of his Austin Nuns NHL 22 Suspension Draft Franchise Series. And today, I'm obviously playing my Austin Nuns Suspension Draft Franchise here in NHL 22. We're about to play the Nuns are about to play the Golden Knights at the Doghouse in Austin, Texas. Game's here on, or the game is on in this game, obviously. The date in this game is December 2nd, 2021. It's not the date in real life though, but it's not the date in December 2nd, 2021 is the date in this game, but not in real life, obviously. The date in real life is February 21st, 2022, but the date in this game is December 2nd, 2021. It's Vegas at Austin. The Golden Knights are 15-6-3, and they're 15-6-3 on the year, and they're 8-2-0 in their last 10. We're 12-12-0, so we're right at the 500 mark. On the season, and then in our last 10 games, we're 5-5-0. So on the season, we're at 500 winning percentage, I guess you could say. Well, that is true. We're 12 wins, 12 losses, 0 overtime losses, total of 24 points. And like I said, we're 5-5-0. And like I said, we're 5-5-0 in our last 10. As Dmitry Orlov, who's a defenseman, who I believe used to be a Capital, but obviously without in the suspension draft, we got picked one player from the other 31. Obviously, now there's 33 NHL teams. Obviously, there was 31, and then obviously this year Seattle Kraken became the 32nd NHL team. Obviously, now Austin Nuns became the 33rd NHL team. And the rule is, obviously, this is the rule in real life when the Kraken had their expansion draft, that the Golden Knights, who were the 31st NHL team, and at that point only been in the league for 5 years or whatever, they were exempt from the expansion draft. And in this expansion draft franchise, the Golden Knights weren't exempt, but the Kraken were. So the Kraken was exempt from the expansion draft, but the Golden Knights weren't. Orlov, I believe, I got from the Capitals, as he has 16 points. This is a decent team. We started, I think we were like 5-1 or 6-1, but then we kind of cool off. But then now, obviously, we're 5-5-0 in our last 10, and we're 12-12-0 on the season. Orlov, 6 goals, 10 assists, obviously 16 points. Palmieri, who's one of our alternate captains, has 15 points. Roslovic has 15 points. Wemberg, our captain, has 14 points. Barry, a defenseman, has 14 points. And then Saad has 13. Cernak has 13. And then obviously, I'm not going to go all the way down the list. But our captain is Alexander Wemberg. And our 2 alternate captains are Kyle Palmieri and Jake DeBrusque. Right now, the Dundons are 2 points out of a playoff spot, as the Wild, the Dundons, the Wild and the Dundons both have 24 points, and then the 2 wildcard teams both have 26 points, and the 2 wildcard teams, like I said, both have 26 points, and they're both in the Central Division. It's the Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues, who are the 2 wildcard teams, and they both have 26 points, while the Dundons have 24 points, and the Wild also have 24 points. So, yeah. It's really tight right now. Obviously, we still have to play 82 games in a season. The Nuts have played 24, so they still have, they have 82, still have 58 games to go, so. And I'm not sure what the next episode of the series will be before we get into this game. Because obviously I would show you maybe at the end of this game, but I don't want to go into the main menu on camera after this game, so I'm going to show you what next episode of the series will be, what game it will be and stuff. It will be this game here on January 5th, 2022, against the Seattle Kraken in Seattle. So it'll be the first ever matchup between the Kraken, who are the 32nd NHL team, against the Dundons, who are the 33rd NHL team. It's obviously the Dundons and the Kraken. The game is in Seattle. So that'll be the next episode of the series. Well, that's what the game will be. I'm not sure when it's going to up in real life. And right now, the Kraken are 13-11-0, so 1 game better than us, and 2 points better, or 2 points better and 1 game better. So yeah, it's the first ever matchup, bro. We haven't played them yet, right? I think it's the first. To my knowledge, it is, right? Because let me think. Yeah, that will be the first ever matchup. Well, I don't know. Well, it should. Well, I think it is. But we just beat in our last game. The Dundons did beat the Canadians, who in this game are horrendous, and the real life Canadians are bad, and the Canadians in this game are bad. They're 14-3. I almost said 16, but yeah, in real life the Canadians are bad, and in this game they're bad too. They're 14-3, and yeah, that game on January 5th, 2022, will be the first ever matchup between the Dundons and the Kraken. And the Kraken's first year and the Dundons' first year, so that's why, yeah. So that game on January 5th, 2022 will be the first ever matchup between the Dundons and the Kraken. Like I said, the game is in Seattle. Because obviously this is the Dundons' first year and the Kraken's first year. Let's get into the game right now. Dolomite's at Dundons here on December 2nd, 2021 at the Doghouse. Or it's the Dolomites at the Dundons on December 2nd, 2021 at the Doghouse in Austin, Texas. Let's get into it. So the only guy that has an X factor or anything, or he's not a superstar, but I think he has an X factor, or he does, I think. Is Tristan Berry, our right defenseman. And then obviously, for some reason, the Dolomites in this game still have Marc-Andre Fleury, although in real life they traded into the Blackhawks this past off season. But in this game, apparently they still have. But in this game, apparently the Dolomites still have Marc-Andre Fleury, although, like I said, in real life, he got traded to the Blackhawks this past offseason. But in this game, the Dolomites still have Marc-Andre Fleury. So they have Marc-Andre Fleury, the Dolomites do, along with Alex Pietrangelo and Mark Stone. Mark Stone's their captain, I believe. Yeah, Fleury's a 90 overall, Pietrangelo's an 89 overall, and Stone's also an 89 overall, and Tristan Berry's an 86 overall. Let's get into the game. Did I do their alternates? Because their alternates are blue, obviously our away is white, and our home is a red. I don't know. I'll stick with the home uniforms. This obviously the last episode of the series was opening night against the Penguins in Pittsburgh, and they did not beat the Penguins 4-3 in a shootout. And if you haven't seen that episode yet, or this one, well, obviously you're watching this one, but if you haven't seen the last one, the playlist, there's a playlist for the series. Obviously the playlist only consists of the last episode and this episode, but the playlist of the series will be Eye in the Sky in the typewriter corner right up here. There should be an icon that pops up at the beginning of the video. Yeah, home uniforms for us, away uniforms for the Dolomites. They have a better offense, or oh, bad. I want to see their. Yeah. The Dolomites have a better offense and goalie, but we have a better defense. I just wanted to see what that was. So, Sal Churchno, length 4 minutes, still pro. Honest trainer is adaptive. Let's into the game right now. Dolomites at Dundons at the Doghouse in Austin, Texas. Yeah, we have a better. They have a better offense by 3. We have a better defense by 2, and they have a better goalie by 13. They have a 93 goalie, and we have an 80 goalie. Our goalie is Jake Ottinger, who in real life is on the Dallas Stars, and our backup goalie is Anton Forsberg, who in real life is on the Senators, I think, or on some Canadian team. I think it's the Senators, but some Canadian team. It's some Canadian team. I know that. Because I assume Fleury's their starter, although in real life, like I said, he's on the Blackhawks. I'm not sure why they don't still have Fleury. That's what's the prediction. James Sabalski. Same conference, not the same division. Dolomites are in first place in the Pacific Division, and like I said, the Dundons are 2 points out of a playoff spot, and right now they're in 6th place in the Central Division. As we lose the opening face-off of the hockey game, here's Pietrangelo as we're on away here in the doghouse, or here at the doghouse. Here's Carlson's shot turned aside by Ottinger, and now Roslovic got stampeded, and they score. Stone just over a minute into the game, and that is the captain of the Dolomites, his 5th goal of the year, as he scores 67 seconds into the hockey game, as Roslovic got hammered in the corner, and Dolomites strike first just over a minute in, assisted by Pacioretty, and now Pietrangelo, and that is stopped by Ottinger, and now poached it away, stopped by Ottinger. Here done the Dundons, back the other way, and Carlson stole the puck. Here's William Carlson, back the other way, And now to the Sears Stone, he scores again. 2 goals for Stone and 2 goals for the Dolomites in the first 3 minutes of the game. It's 2nd tonight and it's 6th of the year, and it's 2-0 Vetus. Man, 17-4 to go in the first. It's 2-0 Vetus, assisted by Carlson, and it's now 2-0 Dolomites. Here we go, back the other way. I got intercepted by Petrangelo. Good play. They got via free agency after the 2019-2020 season. Here we go. Here's Carlson. Here's Pacioretty. Stopped by, here's Stone looking for the hat trick. And Andre made the save. 15:37 to go in the first. 2-0 Vetus. Stone looking for the hat trick in the first 5 minutes of the game, and he almost got it. Center line out there for us is Silverberg, Conti, and Emmy, and Palmieri. We win the face-off in our own zone. Passed up ahead. Here's Palmieri. Back the other way. Looking for some helpers. Here we go. Here's Wenberg. Backhander. Missed the net. And now he lost the punt. Now Riley Smith has it. As we're 6 minutes into the game. 2-0 Vetus here in Austin. Petrangelo back to the point. And now the Johansson. Palmieri eventually gets the putt stolen. Here's Marchessault. And eventually Conti and Emmy has it. Up to Silverberg. Has Palmieri. Shot blocked, and it ended up going on the glove of Fleury and going behind the net. Here's Marchessault. Now Johansson, and it stopped. Now Murray has it. Here's Barry. Up ahead Silverberg. And now Silverberg lost the punt in the process. Here's Smith. Riley Smith. Somehow got between the Dunnuts player and the boards. Now to the slot. They got intercepted. Andre will pass it out to Barry. And now there's a change in on at the bench that does all the way by. Beat the ice and now here's Conti. And the pass is broken down. Backdoor score! Niederreiter. His 3rd goal this season, and it's 2-1. On a backdoor feed, there's Don. The Dunnuts mascot, as you saw, did say Don on his jersey. He's number 7, as you saw. Niederreiter, hopefully I'm not botching his name, scores his 3rd goal this season, and it's now 2-1 Vetus, with 9:21 to go in the opening period. Assisted by Sana and Conti and Emmy. And that got intercepted almost. Here's Orloff. He lost the putt. Here's McNabb. And to poach it from behind. Here's McNabb to the slot. Stopped by Oninger. Freezes it with 8:25 to play. He didn't miss anything. 8:25 they go in the first period. 2-1 Vetus. Face-off will be in our zone. That was our first shot on goal. Dole's opposite, the Dolomites are out scoring us 2-1. They're out shooting us 9-1. So the Dunnuts' first goal was on their first shot. Time of attack, they have just over 2 minutes. We just have under 1 minute. Hits are 1-0 in favor of Vetus. As I just said, Mark Stone was 1 goal from the hat trick. That is true, as he scored both goals for Vetus in a span of, 2.5 minutes. Dolomites, like I said, are 8-2 and 0 in the last 10. Here we go, up ahead. Picked off. Here's Stevenson from the slot. And no! Somehow he didn't pull the trigger. And that was Pacioretty on a wide open net. But he didn't pull the trigger. Oninger covers. I literally do not know how that was not 3-1. So in the season lead standings, the Dolomites are 5th and we're 21st. Which is not, 21st is not good. And obviously, like I said, we're 5-0 in our last 10. Here's Rostovich. Here's Orloff. Back the other way outside, play at the line. To the spot. Here's Wenberg. Somehow it did not go. I think Fleury might have done it with his goal stick, or he might have made a save, or both. What a hit. Now Wenberg, the captain, even in and out, lost the putt to McNabb. Here's Chandler Stevenson. Poached away. But Wenberg to not get the putt. Here's Handel. Here's Belmar. Here's Stevenson. Now Patrick, who might have been the person who didn't pull the trigger. I thought it was Pacioretty. I'm not sure. Here's Cernat. Cernat just ran into a buzzsaw. And now Stone, who's looking for the hat trick, poached away. Still has it, though. Dumped it behind the net. 4 minutes to go in the first period. 2-1. Vetus. Here we go. I think we only have that one shot, which resulted in a goal. Here's Cernat. Blocker assigned by Fleury, knows how to play. 3:20 to go in the period. 2-1 Vetus. Faceoff will stay in the Dolomite zone. Face-off in the left circle of the Dolomite zone, and we lose the face-off. I don't know. Here's Petrangelo, who used to be a St. Louis Blue, now he's at Vegas Golden Knight. Here's Carlson, stayed on side. Here's Stone! Stomped by, and now big hit. Here's Stone. My guy is stunned after making that hit. Now in the slot. And eventually Murray has the putt. And eventually he still has the putt. Up ahead, Rodriguez. Behind the net. And that's the point. Here's Murray. Shot! Stopped by Fleury. And now behind the net, here's Lametz. Lametz on a wraparound stopped by the goalie. Now Goodrow looking for a buzzer beater, picked off. And now Lametz is blocked. 3 seconds. Turned it over. Pacioretty and Barry is backhander. We were offside anyways. And there was only 1 cent in the dough or something like that. Horn sounds. We're through 20 minutes here in Austin. The score is 2-1 Golden Knights. We had 4 shots on goal. Hits are 4-2 in favor of us. Time on attack, they have about just over a minute more. Total shots are 11-4 in favor of Vegas. Total goals are 2-1 in favor of Vegas. Shots are 11-4 in favor of Vegas. And like I said, hits are 4-2 in favor of the Dundons. No penalties in the first period by either team. No power plays for either team, obviously, because if there's no penalties, there's no power plays. Face-offs 5-3 in favor of the Dundons. Obviously, Stone has both goals for Vegas, and Nero Niederreiter, the former Carolina Hurricane, has the only goal for the Dundons. As the goals are 2-1 in favor of Vegas, shots were 11-4 in favor of Vegas, and face-offs were 5-3 in favor of Austin. Yeah, let's get into the second period in Austin with the score 2-1 Vegas. Here we go. And we lose the open face-off in the center period as Stone hits the putt off the tie-up to Pochek. Somehow Stone not with the puck out of there, looking for a hat trick right next to Ottinger. Here's Pacioretty, who was not the guy that pulled the trigger, was number 91 that couldn't pull the trigger. Here's Stone, looking for a hat trick stopped by Ottinger. 75 seconds into the second. Passing percentage, 96% for the Golden Knights, only 50% for us. There's Dodd up against the boards. As we lose another face-off, especially in our zone. Here's Theodore. Theodore to Pote. Here's the Brust. Up ahead, here's Wenberg. Here we go. And now it's Roslovic. Stop! And now somehow it stayed out. As I believe that was Wenberg who did not put it in as Fleury covers. 17-26 to down in the second. Fleury all for nothing is X factor. Zone ability. Aggressive Pochek. I think he's done that a few times, and he did that in a real life event, a shootout against the Dallas Stars the other night. He did a flying Pochek, and usually don't see that anymore, but Fleury's old school. He's been in the lead for a while, and now Carlson from point-blank range has stopped. Now Petrangelo someone at the putt. Bad, here's Theodore, and he scores! Point-blank range, his 4th goal of the year, and the Golden Knights lead by 2 again. 3:15 in the second, and it's now 3-1 Vegas as they restore the 2-goal advantage. Point-blank range, and the defenseman Theodore shoots it in, assisted by Petrangelo and Carlson. 3-1 Vegas as we win the face-off after that goal. 3-1 Vegas. Open! And then up broken up. Vegas has been dominating, especially on shots and goals. Here's Johansson. Watch the back door over there. Good play to break that up. We have a Johansson. Alright, here we go. Here's Todd Dynamic. Johansson gets it. Here's Petrangelo. Theodore Wine! Stopped by Ottinger. And now Barry kicked it out. And now we have it. Passed up ahead. Palmieri in a traffic jam. That's interference. What is he? Here. Here's Marchessault. Up here's Johansson. Johansson somehow got that puck and he scores. His 5th goal of the year, and the Golden Knights have their biggest lead of the night. It's 4-1 Vegas with 12:40 on the down in the second. But how in the world does Ottinger not save that? So it's 2-0 Vegas, then 2-1, then 3-1, then 4-1. Assisted by Marchessault and Petrangelo, and we're down by 3. And now Carlson back the other way at a block. Ottinger makes the save and he covers. 12-10 to down in the second. They're not down by 3, but they're still just over half a game to play. Top 10 in assists. I think that Petrangelo was 10th. Ottinger does not have a zone ability. Obviously, Fleury has that all for nothing, which is that flying Pochek or whatever that lady was talking about earlier. Ottinger's 13 saves on, 17 shots. Here's Pietrangelo, stopped by Ottinger. And he kicked it out. Here's Niederreiter. Here's Riley Nash, who just got demolished. Flying up those, but here's Palmieri, backdoor, not intercepted. We're almost halfway through the hockey game here. Here we go, and intercepted. Here's Pacioretty, stopped by Ottinger, and Pacioretty got hit to his backside. As we're halfway through the hockey game here in Austin, 4-1 Vegas. Here's Stone. Here's Carlson. Down low, Pacioretty. Carlson blocked. And now Riley Nash back the other way. Got stitched at the line, and the puck goes out of the zone. Here we go. Regroups, though. Here we go, trying to get it to the front, and that does not work. The Pochet, they keep the puck in the zone. Now across, and eventually it's out in front. What a save by Fleury. Somehow it didn't go in, and it remains 4-1 Vegas. Back the other way. And he got trapped in the corner. Nash has it now. The Brush lost the puck. Now Nash has it. Up ahead, Roslovic. Shot! Blocked in front, I believe, by a Gunnuts player. Here we go, back door! McNabb did not get it. Or he steals it. No, cross! And the center must end up hitting Fleury. 4 minutes to go in the period. Here's Smith. Here's Marcius, though. Blocker saved by Ottinger. Now Tadinemi up ahead, Roslovic. Here we go. Shot blocked in front. Center and pass. Johansson, who scored, intercepted in the paint. Now back the other way. Across, intercepted or blockered away or knocked away or blocked or whatever you want to call it. Here's Tadinemi. Here we go. Here's Roslovic. And that got intercepted by Raffel. Well, it's Michael Raffel, and real he's on the Dallas Stars. I'm not sure how he got on the Golden Knights, but apparently he's on this team. Good play. 1 minute to play in the second period. We got a goal here, at least one. Here we go, and then Belmar's intercepted it. Here's Patrick. The poach. But what a hit now, and we're not going to get one here in the period. Bat, and here's Palmieri. Kicked it out. 3, 2, 1. Here's Holden. Period over. Golden Knights got 2 goals in that period, and they lead 4-1 after 40 minutes here in Austin. As the Golden Knights will take a 3-goal lead into the third. We're getting outshot 21-8. As in that period, the goals were 2-0 in favor of Vegas. Shots were 10-4, which is not that bad. I mean, they were 11-4 in the first period, but other than that, I mean, it's just been a disaster. 4-1 Golden Knights over the Gunnuts in Austin as beating the third period here in Austin. We can't give up another goal. We died in that goal, but we died at 3 goals here in the last period. Here in the last regulation period. Here we go. We're down by 3. Still 20 minutes to play, though. We lose the opening faceoff of the third period. Here's Pietrangelo. Somehow he got through everyone, but Barry said no for that. Here's Wenberg. No, not Wenberg. Barry turned it over. Here's Pietrangelo. Theodore Wines. Blocker assigned by Ottinger. And eventually Carlson has it. And that is stopped. Rebound stopped by Ottinger. And he covers just under 2 minutes into the period. Hits in the stand, 7 sits in favor of the Gundogs. Dad did some goals here. And we win the face-off. Here's Roslovic, who turned it over. Dumped in by Pacioretty. We have it now, but here we go. Pass up ahead. Here's Wenberg trying to get his team back in its game. Here's the Brust. A cross shot, score! And the Gundogs are within 2. The Brust. 5th goal of the year, and it's 4-2. As he scores 2:51 into the third, and we're only down by a pair. And by the way, the Gundogs goal horn is the Dallas Stars goal horn. I don't know if you can hear it, because I can hear it barely. I don't know if you guys can hear it, especially over me talking. But our goal horn, the Gundogs goal horn, is the Gundogs goal horn. Here's Stone that's stopped by the goaltender, Ottinger. The Gundogs goal horn is the Dallas Stars goal horn. Because obviously you could pick a custom goal horn, like to make your own goal horn. Or you could pick one of the NHL team's goal horns, and the Dallas Stars are my favorite team, so I picked the Dallas Stars goal horn. Here we go. We lose a face-off. 16 minutes to go. Good puck jack by Roslovic. Passed up ahead. Here's the Brust, who just scored. Here's Wenberg. Shaw blocked in front. Here's Rostelvit. Down low to Brust. On a wraparound, and then a blocked. Rostelvit does not have the putt. That's Theodore Dada. Here's Pacioretty. Here's Stone, who already has scored 2 goals. And that putt jack from behind. And eventually Rostelvit has it. It might be a 2-on-1 or a 2-on-2. Back to him, and Pietrangelo broke it up. Here's Pacioretty. 13 minutes to play. 4-2 Dundons. And now, putt jack from behind. Here's Murray. He'll swoop around. Here's Barry up ahead. Silverbird. Silverbird. You didn't miss anything. We just lost the putt. Don't Lights have it in their own zone. 12 minutes to go. 4-2 Vegas. Here we go. Here's Barry. And trying to putt jack him. Tondinemi does putt jack him. Here's Palmieri. Back the other way. Trying to get his team back in it. A cross shot turned aside. Here's Tondinemi in the corner. And eventually Pietrangelo comes over and hits the putt. Here's Johansson. Here's Marchessault. Now Smith. Riley Smith does not have the putt. And now eventually we have it. Here's Cernat. Under 10 to play. Here we go. A cross shot turned aside by Fleury. In the corner, Silverberg got hit to the Tomorrow. Tondinemi tits it out. Niederreiter. A cross in front. And that was going to be a one-timer from the left circle, but Nav broke it up. 8 minutes to play now. And now eventually, now we have the putt. Silverberg does not hit the Tomorrow again. I don't know if it was the same night. Slowed it up. 7:30 to play. And now McNabb. Here's Stevenson. And eventually Oninger cannot cover. He does eventually. 6:53 to go in the third. That's 3 games for us. We host St. Louis. We go to Philly to play the Flyers. And I believe it said we go to Winnipeg to play the Jets. Here we go. We got to win a face-off. And we do win a face-off. Here's Niederreiter's got our first goal back in the first. Here we go. A cross. Goes all the way over. Fleury said no with his glove. And now a poke check. Here's Belmar. What a hit. Eventually Belmar gets a putt. And now eventually it's in a crowd of people. Patrick gets the putt. Stopped by Oninger. And he passes it out. 4:40 to play. Here's Sod. Here we go. Back to Niederreiter. Ramming it. Stopped by Fleury. 3:59 to play. I have no pull my goalie now. The offense is on face-off. 4 minutes to go. We're down by 2. We're in outshot 27-13. I just don't pull our goalie. No timeout or anything. Here we go. It's on 5, right? It's on 5. Here we go. 3:50 on the dough. We're down by 2. And we lose the face-off. Here's Handelin. Come on. McNabb trying to kill some time here. Up ahead, Stone. And now he got tripped from behind. I was trying to I can't speak, but it's Wemberg, the captain. That was my fault. I was just trying to poach the puck away. And I took the States out of the Golden Knights player. They're on the power play. 3:05 to go, and that's probably ball game at this point. First power play for the Vegas Oilers team. Here's Stone. Here's Marchessault. Here's Pietrangelo blocked. He got it back, missed the net. Putt was all the way back down to the Vegas red line. Here's Theodore. 2:45 to play. They're on the power play, up by a pair. And now up ahead, Nash, who just got completely demolished. Here's Theodore, stopped. Now up ahead now, here's Diderot. Trying to get something going here, short-handed. Back door, that did not work. Nash out in front, not nailed. Here we go, 2:20 to play. We're still down by 2. Shot stopped by Oettinger. And I wanted to pass it out, but it was but he covers it. 2:17 to go in the period, 1:12 to go in the power play. Shots at 30-13. And we lose the face-off back to Theodore. Here's Pietrangelo. Patrick. Stopped. Rebound. Orlov has it. Niederreiter has it now. Here's Cernat. And then Rostelvit has it. I could pull my goalie out. Decide not to. Here we go. Shot turned aside. Now Cernat got hit to Tomorrow. Here we go, 50 seconds to go on the power play. Now to the slot, but Trangelo with that nail, and the Oninger poached it away. Now Niederreiter, he might be on a breakaway. Coming up, did it is 27. Here we go, and missing the pass with Orlov. Shot by Orlov, turned aside. 30 seconds to go on the power play. And here's Todd, first time I've said his name. Here's Patrick. And Cernak now has it. Up ahead, here's Roslovic, and I'm going to pull my goalie now. I guess I should have been doing it the entire time. I could have been, but made it 5-on-5, but here we go. Now it's 5-on-5 for another 15 seconds. Here we go. Shot! Stomped by Fleury. No one was there though except for his teammates. Here we go. 10 seconds to go on the power play, and then it'll be 6-on-5 once our guy comes out. Here's Patrick to the empty net, blocked, and now now no one did it. Here we go. Now the power play's over. 6-on-5 for us. 1 minute to play as Wumber's down of the box. Here's Patrick to the empty net. He puts it right down, or doesn't put it right down the middle, but he puts it right in the middle of the net. It's an empty net goal for Vegas, and that's going to be the game. 8th goal of the season. 19:05 into the third. It's an empty net goal. It's not a power play goal. It's a power play just ended, but it's an empty net goal. 55 seconds to go, and now 6-3, but now it says what? I can't see anything. It says it's Sinton, and it still says Vegas. It's 55 seconds. I can't see anything. It's playing because it's playing because the announcer's saying something and they just blew the whistle. Oh, then now it's back. Okay, so it's apparently face off in our zone. The game's already over. 37.9 to go. 5-2 Vegas. As the Dunnons will fall at 12, 13-0. So it's unfortunate, but we shouldn't score here tonight. Here we go. Here's the Bruss. He's already scored, and he scored again. 7th goal tonight, and it's what, 6th of the year, and it's 5-3. But there's only what 25 seconds to play. So I mean, wish we could have done that earlier in the game. But the Bruss does 2, or obviously Niederreiter has the other one. 30.9 to go. We're down by 2 still, or we're down by 2 again. Here we go up ahead, intercepted by Riley Smith. Here's Johansson. 20 seconds to go. We're down by 2. Passed up ahead. Johansson just intercepted it. Here's Wennberg in the corner. Puck just sits there. That just hits it tomorrow. Here's the Bruss, and he just hits it tomorrow. Here's Murray. Up ahead now. Palmieri. 5 seconds to go, or 10 seconds to go. Here's Palmieri trying to bust through. Lost the puck in the process. And the Dolan Knights beat the Dunnods 5-3 here in Austin. Unfortunate loss for the Dunnods. It's unfortunate as we lose 5-3. Third star is Carlson. No goals, 2 assists, 2 hits. And the second star is the Bruss. 2 goals, no assists, no hits. Niederreiter got our first goal, and then the Bruss got our second and third goal. But unfortunately, the Dolan Knights beat the Dunnods 5-3 in Austin. And the first star is Stone, who had 2 goals, no assists, no hits. Scored the first 2 goals for Vegas in a span of, 2.5 minutes. And those 2 goals, obviously, I just said were scored in, 2.5 minutes. And they were scored in the first 3 minutes of the game, I know that. As Vegas captain is the first star. Obviously, the Bruss is the second star. And then Carlson, William Carlson of the Dolan Knights is the third star. Fortunate way to lose, as the Dolan Knights beat the Dunnods 5-3 at the Doghouse in Austin, Texas. Face-offs are 14-11 in favor of us. Obviously, we had 2 penalty minutes. The Dolan Knights had 0 penalty minutes, and we had no power plays or power play minutes. Dolan Knights had 1 power play, went 0 for 1 on it, had 2 power play minutes, and then neither team scored a shorthanded the goal. Time attack 9 minutes for the Dolan Knights, or 9 minutes for the Dolan Knights, 6 minutes and 7 seconds for the Dunnods. Hits were 16-12 in favor of Vegas. Shots were 34-17 in favor of Vegas, and goals were 5-3 in favor of Vegas. So, decent name for Andre. Only did up 4 goals because obviously the 5th goal for Vegas was an empty net goal. So, it's unfortunate, but like I said, next episode of the series will be that game on January 5th, 2022 against the Seattle Kraken in Seattle. And like I said, it'll be the first ever matchup between the Dunnods and the Kraken. And like I said, the game is in Seattle. As it's unfortunate, but it's just a video. It's just a game, and it's just a video game. Or really, bottom line, it's just a video game. So Yeah, as the Dundalks fall to 12, 13-0 on the season, and the Dolan Knights move to 16, whatever. I forgot the Dolan Knights record, but I know for a fact the Dundalks record was 12, 12-0, but now the Dundalks record obviously is 12, 13-0. So the Dundalks fall to 12, 13-0 with 24 points in the season, as they have 24 points in 25 games. So I mean, that's not bad, really bad, but it's not good. I mean, it's better than some teams, but not better than some other teams like Vegas. So yeah, like I said, the Dundalks fall to 12, 13-0 with 24 points in the season, as they have 24 points in 25 games. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, it's time for Snowboard. If it's up to it's time for Snowboard. If it's up to the like button, subscribe if you have the answer. Mom, dad, grandpa, aunt, or okay, that's time for Snowboard. If it's up to the like button, subscribe if you have the answer. Mom, dad, grandpa, aunt, uncles, pets, friends about these videos. And I'm gonna see in episode number 3 of this awesome known NHL 22. It's mentioned our franchise series. See in episode number 3. And I don't know. I'm completely off my game today. Okay, so let's board it. If it's up to the like button, subscribe if you have the answer. Mom, dad, grandpa, aunt, or okay, that's time to close it. No board it. If it's up to the like button, subscribe if you have the answer. Mom, dad, grandma, aunts, uncles, pets, friends about these videos. And I'm gonna see you in episode number 3 of this awesome known NHL 22. It's mentioned our franchise series. See you in episode number 3. And a lot of bacon and dough, Dundalks.